presented by Elevate and Thrive. Launch and Thrive. Value in what you know online course. Build a business from your skills. Welcome to Module 1. We're excited you're here. This is where you'll learn exactly how to create your first offer and get your first customer fast. No hype, no filler. Just the real steps you need to take action and start seeing results. Let's get started and make it happen. Module 1. Your first offer and first customer. The real start to entrepreneurship. When people think about launching a business, they often imagine complicated blueprints, long to-do lists, or needing a huge audience before they can even begin. But let me take you back to how my own entrepreneurial journey truly started. I wish I could say it all began with a perfectly mapped out plan, but that would be rewriting history. In truth, my first steps looked a lot more like yours might. Nervous, a little uncertain, but fired up by the idea that I could make a difference for someone else, and maybe even get paid for it. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Launching your first offer isn't about building an empire overnight. It's about finding one person who says, yes, I need that. And believe me, that first yes changes everything. I'll never forget sitting at my kitchen table, looking at my notes, wondering, is anyone out there actually going to buy what I have to offer? I didn't have a big audience. I didn't have a mailing list. What I did have was a belief that my skills, things I'd use to help friends, family, or colleagues, could solve a real problem for someone else. So I took the leap. I chose a small, focused offer, something I knew could deliver a quick win. I posted in a few online groups where my ideal clients hung out, reached out to a handful of people directly, and said, hey, I'm trying something new. Here's how I can help. Would you be interested in chatting about it? No fancy sales funnel, no paid ads, just a simple invitation. And you know what? Someone said yes. That moment wasn't just about earning a little extra money. It was proof. Proof that someone would pay for what I knew. That validation built my confidence more than any book or course ever could. So here's the first big lesson. You don't need a crowd to get started. You just need a clear, specific offer and the courage to share it with real people. You might be thinking, but Ben, I don't even know what my niche should be. There are so many possibilities. How do I choose? I get it. The answer isn't as complicated as it seems. Your niche is simply a group of people who share a common need or dream, and who are willing to invest in solving that problem or achieving that result. Look around. What are people always asking your advice about? What have you helped friends or colleagues with? What topic do you find yourself reading about for fun just because it lights you up? That's the place to start. Let me bust another myth right here. You do not have to be the world's top expert. You just need to know a little bit more or have a slightly different perspective than the person you're helping. Think of yourself as a guide, not a guru. Now here's the quickest path to your first sale. Pick a specific audience with a specific problem. Offer a clear solution that gets them a tangible result. Have real conversations. Don't hide behind automation at the start. Listen more than you talk. Keep your offer simple and your language clear. When I started, I set up free strategy sessions. Simple, no-pressure calls where I'd ask people questions about their struggles, listen carefully, and see where I could help. My only fancy tool was my calendar and a notebook. During these calls, I'd ask 3 core questions. If we were talking a year from now, what would have to happen for you to feel happy with your progress? What steps or changes do you think you'd need to get there? What's getting in your way? Those conversations were pure gold. I learned the exact words my audience used, their real pain points, and what results truly mattered to them. The bonus? People felt heard, and that built trust. Once I understood what they needed, I made an offer, clear, direct, and focused on the specific outcome. No jargon, no pressure, just, I believe I can help you achieve their goal with your method for your price. Want to get started? Was it scary to ask for money? Absolutely. But every time I did, I got a little bit better at it. Here's what I want you to take away from this module. Action creates clarity. The only way to know if your idea will work is to test it with real people as soon as possible. Imperfect action beats perfect planning every time. When you make your first sale, even if it's just one, you'll feel a surge of belief. It's the green light you need to keep going. You don't need a website, fancy branding, or paid ads to get started. You need a real offer, a real conversation, and the willingness to serve. So here's your challenge. This week, reach out to people in your network or community. Post in a relevant group. Offer a free chat or strategy session. Listen deeply, offer to help, and see what happens. Keep it simple, keep it focused, and remember, you only need one yes to start your journey. Your first customer is waiting. The next step is yours. Brought to you by Elevate and Thrive.